Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, you are going to learn maths. Okay, this will be useful for staff selection commission, railway recruitment board, banking, and all the exams which has maths. Okay, before following this channel, I have an advice to give you. What is that? The advice is, if you know a simple English, if you know a simple English, so you can follow this channel. Otherwise, you can follow other channels. Okay, because this channel is completely in English. Okay, completely in English. So before following this, you could understand this. This is completely will be taught in English. No other language is used here. So if you have to follow, then you have to follow. But if you don't know English, then you can follow other channels. Okay, so let's start without wasting our time. First we are going to deal with the maths. Okay, maths, we are going to deal with arithmetic and advance. First of all, we are going to deal with advance and then we will deal with arithmetic, right? So what are the chapters in advance? First is trigonometry. Okay, second one is geometry, third one is algebra, fourth one is mensuration, and fifth one is number system. Okay, we deal arithmetic later. Okay, after completing all this, we deal with arithmetic concepts. Okay, and remember, every concept is taught here. Exam related, every concept, every single concept taught here. Okay, but our condition is English medium. Okay, if you know English, then only you should follow the channel. Okay, without wasting time, let's start. We are going to deal with first chapter is trigonometry. Trigonometry. Okay, trigonometry. What is trigonometry? Do you have studied in class 9th? 9th, no, 10th. Do you have studied the 10th standard trigonometry? If you have properly studied the 10th standard trigonometry, you will be able to deal with SSC maths. Okay, so if you haven't studied properly, then no problem, I will teach you. Okay, from the basic to higher level. So let's start. First of all, what is trigonometry? Do you have thought ever? Trigonometry deals with the relationship between the sides. Relationship between the sides. What is this? Sides. Sides with its angle. Okay, sides, this one, this one, this one, sides with its angle in right angle triangle. So what I have said that trigonometry deals with the relationship with the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. If you have a copy, you can note down, otherwise you can just listen. So let's start. I have drawn a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle, it means it has a 90-degree angle. Okay, what is this? This small square denotes that it is a right angle triangle. The given triangle is right angle triangle. Okay, this one is perpendicular, this one is base, and this one is hypotenuse. Okay, you have studied a famous formula, Pythagoras. It is a theorem. Okay, it is a theorem. What is that? You have studied that h square, hypotenuse square, is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Did you have studied ever? So what is this? This is a theorem. You have to remember. If you are dealing with trigonometry, you should have to remember this formula, or you can say that theorem. Okay, so what are its uses? Let's discuss. First of all, write down the formula here. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Why this formula is used? Do you know why this formula is used? This tells the relationship between the sides of a triangle. Sides means this one is perpendicular, this one is base, and this one is hypotenuse. It means it tells the relationship between all these. Okay, so we are going to use a triplets. What is triplets? Triplets are nothing here. Triplets are the number which has been derived using this Pythagoras theorem. What is triplet? Triplets are the numbers which are derived using the Pythagoras theorem. For example, that if I give a value, let's give a value. This is 3, this is 4. So what is this? You should apply the Pythagoras theorem that this one is hypotenuse, this one is base, and this one is perpendicular, right? So you have to apply the formula h square is equal to p square plus b square. H square, I don't know h square, what is that? But I know this. Perpendicular square, 3 3s are 9. Base square, 4 4s are 16. What you get, the resultant is 25, and hypotenuse is 5. Okay, the under root came, square came here in this side, so it becomes under root. Okay, and hypotenuse is 5, it means here is 5. So you can represent them as 3, 4 and 5. This is called a triplet. Okay, this is perpendicular, this is base, this is hypotenuse. Do you understood? Yeah. So 3 4 5, this is a very common triplet. You should have to remember this. This is a very common triplet. You should have to remember this. So, and all its multiple would be also a triplet. For example, that I take 3 4 and 5. These are called as basic triplet. Basic triplet. Okay, let's take its multiple. Into 3, if I multiplied it into 3, if I multiplied it with into 3, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, and 5 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, and 5 3s are 15. Okay, what you have get, if I apply the same here in a right angle triangle, 9 and 12, let's take hypotenuse as a question mark, because I don't know the hypotenuse. Okay, what did I find? 9 9s are 81. I'm not writing the Pythagoras theorem, just applying. Okay, what is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so after multiplying, what we got? 5 and 8 4 12 and 2 225. Okay, so we got the square came this side, under root we get 15. We get the answer is 15. So you have found that the answer is 15. So overall I am saying that 3 4 5 are the basic triplet, and it's multiple, just like if I multiplied with 2 all of them, or 3 or 100. Okay, everything its multiple is a triplet. Okay, so this one is basic triplet. Just like this, there are many basic triplets. Okay, you should have to remember all this. I'm writing the triplets. you first of all note down, okay, and I will teach you how to take fastest way of triplet without applying the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, first of all, write down. If you have a copy, then write down. These are basic triplet. Write down the heading basic triplet: 3, 4, 5, 5, 12 and 13, 7, 24 and 25, 8, 15 and 17, 9, 40 and 41, 11, 60 and 61. Write down all this. Okay, 12, 35 and 37, 13, 84 and 85, 16, 63 and 65, 20, 21 and 29, 28, 45 and 53. I'm erasing this. 33, 56 and 65, 36, 77, 85, 39, 80 and 89, 48, 45, 55, write down here 55, 48, 55, 73, okay, 65, 72 and 97, and 20, 99 and 101. These are the triplet frequently asked in exams. So you have to remember all this for triplets, right? So I'm going to teach you how to take, first of all, 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and 5. What is 3, 4 and 5? You know that this is a basic triplet. Basic triplet, okay? You know how to find. Applying the Pythagoras theorem you can also find. But this is not the fast method. You have to remember all the number square, or otherwise you have to multiply and find it. Okay? So I won't tell you the best method or best way to solve faster. Let's solve it faster. 3, 4, 5. First of all, you check the smallest number, even or odd. Okay, even or odd, which one is that? You found that this number is even. Odd. Okay, odd. There is a way to solve it. Okay, odd, what should you have to do? I have to do is square the number and divide it with 2. What you found? The answer is 9 upon 2. It means 4.5. 4.5. So you have to add 0.5 to it, and you have to minus 0.5 to it. It means I found that, and 4, I found that 5. So I found that the answer is 3, 4 and 5. Do you understand? For odd numbers only. Let's take another example: 5, 12 and 13. What should you have to do? See the smallest number, whether it is odd or even. I found that this number is odd, so I use the formula by squaring this, okay, upon 2. I found that 25 upon 2 It means I can say that 12.5. 12.5 plus 0.5. Plus 0.5 means it is 13, and minus 0.5 means I found 12. So what is the answer is? The answer is 5, 12 and 13. Would you able to understand? Yeah. Let's take more example, higher numbers. I take 11, 60 and 61. I found that this is an odd number. So what I have did is I have squared the number, smallest number, and divided with 2. I found that 121 upon 2. 121, it means what would you have found? I have found that 60.5, right? So I have to minus 0.5. I found that 60, and I have to plus 0.5. I have found that this was 61. So did you found this? 11, 60, 61. Okay. Think some another examples like 17. 17. I don't know what is 17's triplet, right? I should have to use the formulas. So 17 square upon 2. I found 289. Friends, you have to remember at least, I'm saying that at least square up to 50. Square table up to 50. Okay. And cube table up to 30 it's enough. Okay, you have to remember 30 cube up to and 50 square up to. Okay, so you have to able to be solved faster and faster as you can. So let's start, but remember you have to remember all those square up to 50 and cube up to 30, and you have to remember the tables up to 30. Then only your calculation became faster and more faster. So let's start here. Upon 2, if you have divided, you found that 140 144.5. So I have added 0.5 and I have minus 0.5. So I found that 145 and 144. So arrange it as 17, 144 and 145. Okay, this one is the triplet. So let's start for the even numbers. Let's start with the even numbers. How to take? We are going to take the even numbers. Even triplets. Example that. For example, I found a number that is, let's take with the smallest number, 4. I don't know what the triplet of it. I don't know. I found that this is the smallest number which is even. Okay, I found that this one is even. So I tried that. What is the way? 4 upon 2 the whole square. Remember, in even you have to square the whole. Okay, so I crossed out 2. I found the 2 square. What I have get the answer 4. So in this one you have to add 1 and you have to minus 1. Okay, I found 5 and I found 3. So what the answer is? The answer is 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is the triplet. You have to arrange the way. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Another example, let's take 6. I don't know what is this. Okay, I found this is the smallest number, so I used here 6 upon 2 the whole square. I found that 3 square 9. Okay, 9. It means I have to plus 1 and I have to minus 1. So minus 1 is 8 and plus 1 is 10. So the overall I found that 6, 8 and 10. I could be able to understand properly. Okay. Next, take an example more. So I take a larger number, 30. I don't know this. I don't know this. What should I have to do? You know better. I have get the answer 15 and 15 square is 225. So I have to add 1 and I have to minus 1. So what the answer is? The answer is 30, 224 and 226. Okay. Let's take one more example, last example. 24. 24, 143 and 145. Actually, this is triplet. Let's verify it. 24 is the smallest. Yeah. I have divided it with 2 and squared it. I found that 12 and 1 is 144 plus 1 and minus 1. Is it correct? Yeah, is it correct? So this is the way you deal with the triplets very faster. Okay, but you have to remember the square table as well as cube table. Square table up to 50 and cube table up to 30 and tables up to 30. Okay, then only you can beat anyone in the calculation. So you have to remember all those rules. Okay, now let's start with the ratios. Ratios used in trigonometry. I mean to say that trigonometric ratio. Write down the heading. So you know that this is a perpendicular, this is a base, this is a hypotenuse. You have to use some of the ratios. Example, sine theta. What is this? This is a theta. Theta means perpendicular upon base. Okay. Cos theta. Cos theta, what is this? Cos theta is base upon my hypotenuse. Sorry, I have written wrongly here. Here is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Sorry for this. Okay. And tan theta. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. Next one is cosec theta. Cosec theta is hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Sec theta. Sec theta is hypotenuse upon base. Cot theta. Cot theta is base upon perpendicular. Did you found anything in this? Yes, I found that this is the inverse of this one. It means sine is the inverse of cosec, cos is the inverse of sec, ठीक है, and tan is the inverse of cot. Okay, so I have finished all this. Let's understand more. Ratio. What you have done the ratio? I have found the ratio that sine theta into cosec theta. When I have done this, I found that the formula of this is perpendicular upon hypotenuse and cosec theta is hypotenuse upon perpendicular. So what is this? I have crossed out all things and I found that sine theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. Did you notice this? Yeah. In the same way, you have some formula you have to remember. What is that? You found that sine theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. In the same way, tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. In the same way, cos theta into sec theta is equal to 1. Okay, so you will also be able to write like this. If you have seen anywhere sine theta, you can use 1 upon cosec theta, or you can use cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. In the same way, this one also you have to do in the same way. All the three things will be able to do. Okay, let's start with some other points. I draw a right angle triangle which has a perpendicular base and hypotenuse as well as 90 degree. You know that the right angle triangle which has a 90 degree angle and other uh, let's talk about the triangle. This one is 90 degree, then the what is the remaining angles? What is the remaining angles? You have studied in 8th up to 8th 10th, all in these classes they will teach you that the sum of angles of a triangle, the sum of angles of a triangle, angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So I found that this one is 90 degree, then other two will be what? The other two will be 90 degree. Okay, so 90 is 180. This side is 90 degree already given. This angle is already 90 degree given. So what is this? The sum of both the angles. I mean to say that if it is theta and this one is alpha, so you could say that theta plus alpha is equal to 90 degree. Do you understand what I am saying? Sorry friends, this is my first video, so I'm going too nervous. Okay, so perpendicular base hypotenuse. Okay, this one is angle, this one is angle. Let's take theta, let's take alpha. What I had said that the sum of angles of a triangle, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Okay, I have found that one angle, let's take it's A, it one is B and it is C, name. So the angle A is equal to 90 degree, the angle B is equal to alpha degree and angle C is equal to theta degree, 180 degree. So if the 90 degree is taken with constant, so alpha plus theta is equal to 90 degree. So what I am telling about this one? Okay, okay, let's talk about some other things. Trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. Note down the heading and let's learn. This is a right angle triangle with 90 degree. It has a perpendicular base and hypotenuse. I have learned, and I have also learned that the hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Yeah, let's start something new. If I have written here hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, if I had divided with hypotenuse square for everyone, hypotenuse square upon hypotenuse square, perpendicular square upon hypotenuse square plus base square upon hypotenuse square, what I have found that hypotenuse 1, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Did you have studied the ratio perpendicular upon hypotenuse? Yes, it is for sine theta. So I have written here sine square theta. And what you have this one is cos square theta. So this one is your first identity. What is this? Sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. Okay, okay, So if I have divided the same way with perpendicular square, what I have get? I have get hypotenuse square upon perpendicular square is equal to perpendicular square upon perpendicular square plus base square upon perpendicular square. What I had get? I had get that hypotenuse upon perpendicular. What is that? Do you remember anything? Yes, I had remember that hypotenuse upon perpendicular is cosec square theta is equal to perpendicular upon perpendicular is 1 plus base upon perpendicular. What is this? Base upon perpendicular is cos theta. No, sorry. Base upon perpendicular, what you have studied? I have studied that base upon perpendicular is cot theta. So I use here cot square theta. So the second identity is this one. Note down. And let's start with the third identity. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. If I had divided with this one, all of this, what I have get? I have get hypotenuse upon base square is equal to perpendicular upon base square plus 1. Hypotenuse square upon base square, what is this? H upon b. It is sec square theta. Sec square theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. What is this? Tan square theta plus 1. And this one is the third identity. So let's write all the identity. What you have found? You have found that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Second one is secant square theta is equal to tan square theta plus 1. Third one is cosecant square theta is equal to cot square theta plus 1. In the same way, you can write this formula as sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, or you can also write like this. You can also write like this, that cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Both one is correct. Okay, and the second way to writing of this one is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. You can also write like this. Okay, and last one is you can also able to write cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Okay, so write down all the 6 identities. Let's deal with the first one. What is the first one? First one, I have read that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I have written this as sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so did you find this here anything? No, I couldn't able to find. Let's teach you. Do you have studied a formula that is a square minus b square? Yeah, a plus b and a minus b. In the same way, if I applied square here, could there any change? No, there is nothing change, because 1 square is equal to 1, so no problem. Okay, so if I used here as sine square theta is equal to 1 plus cos theta and 1 minus cos theta. Okay, if I use this as sine theta into sine theta, is there any wrong thing? No, because power 2, so I have split and written this, split those things. So 1 plus cos theta and 1 minus cos theta. this one is written as sine theta into sine theta. If I send this one is this side, as written as 1 plus cos theta is equal to 1 minus cos theta and upon sine theta, because second one I have sent this side. So this one is the first identity and this one is second identity. If I send this one in this side, it means 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta left here and sine theta. So note down this. Let's next one. Next one, what is the formula? Next one, you have written that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So did you found in this something? Yeah, I had found that a square minus b square. So you can write this as a minus b and a plus b. Is it right? Yeah, right. So you can able to write this as sec theta, cut out the square, sec theta plus tan theta and sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1. So I say this as a, let's take it as a and let's take it at b. A into b is equal to 1. Could I able to write this as a is equal to 1 upon b, or you can say this as b is equal to 1 upon a. Is there any wrong thing? No, there is no wrong thing. So what I want to tell about is, so if I write that sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta, is it okay? Yeah, is it okay? If I write this as sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 minus 1 upon sec theta plus tan theta, is it okay? Yeah, it is okay. So note down these both identities. Let's jump to the next one. Next one, what you have written this? I have written this as cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So here also you have seen this, that a square minus b square. So I am able to write this as cosec theta plus cot theta and cosec theta minus cot theta is equal to 1. So I am able to write this as cosec theta plus cot theta is equal to 1 minus 1 upon cosec theta minus cot theta. Okay, first one. And the second one in the same way, cosec theta minus cot theta, I am able to write this as cosec theta plus cot theta. Okay, is it okay? Yeah, it is okay. Write down both this. So write down all those identity you have studied. I have studied for sine is sine theta 1 plus cos theta and 1 minus cos theta upon sine theta, or in the same way I can write like this as sine theta is equal to 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta here, so sine theta. Second identity, secant square theta sorry, let me handle this. what I have written the second one. The second one I have written that sec theta plus tan theta, sec theta plus tan theta, sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1. And the third entity I have written this as cosecant theta plus cot theta, and cosecant theta minus cot theta is equal to 1. So remember all these three identities and the way of writing these two. Okay, and the way of writing these two as a into b is equal to 1. It means you can write this as a is equal to 1 upon b, or you can write this as b is equal to 1 upon a. Both the method are correct for writing this. Okay, so let's jump to the next one. You have studied the ratio, that is sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. You have studied the ratio cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. What happened if I divide this? If I divide this, hypotenuse got cancelled and sine theta upon cos theta will be remaining. So sine theta and cos theta will be remaining. And this side perpendicular upon base. Oh, did you found here anything? Yeah, I found that perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular upon base, it means tan theta. Tan theta. So I can say this as tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Is it okay? Yeah. I have studied another formula. What is that? I have studied that tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. Tan theta, what you have studied right now? I have studied that sine theta upon cos theta. But I don't know cot theta. What is cot theta? So I used 1. So if I sine theta and cos theta, if I bought this one as this side, so I this one as upon divide cot theta. I have to find cot theta. So let's take here, and this one also let's take here, reverse it. So I found that cos theta upon sine theta is equal to cot theta. So this one is another identity. Okay, so what you have studied in this, I have studied that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta, and another one is I have studied that cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sine theta, because both are the reverse of each other. Okay, both are the reverse of each other. So it is square here, there is no square here. Okay, there is no square here, both are reverse of each other. So this is the right way of writing this. Okay, so remember all this. So let's start with the crux of all this. You have studied, what is that? First you have studied all the ratios, all the ratio values, and you have written all the trigonometric ratios. You have studied the triplet writing way. You have studied the Pythagoras theorem. And you have studied about right angle triangle. What is right angle triangle? Okay, in this video you have studied all this. So let's meet in the next video with the new things. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you. If you like, then subscribe to my channel. I won't tell you in the first time itself that like my channel and subscribe my channel. I don't like this. If you like, if you honestly like this, then you like and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like this, you can dislike also them, because I can also improve this. Okay, so I had put all my effort. This is the first video, so I am nervous. So thank you everyone. Let's see in the next video.